Good day, this is Roxanne Miller and Anu de Beer from New Earth. Today we're going to speak a little bit on attachment or non-attachment. So one of the things that we've noticed is a lot of people love in an attachment style. And what does that mean? You know, if you really look at it, it's a form of dependence on the other person. This could be a relationship with your children. It could be a relationship with parents, family members, or a loved one, a romantic loved one. It can fit any type of relationship. But from our perspective, or from our perspective, it's very much needing that person to be a certain way, or needing that person to be close. So it's attached, you know, and what you're creating there is very high expectations of how that person also, the person needs to be a certain way so that you feel loved, you know.
You know, what you end up doing is you're basically handing your ability to be happy to someone else. You also start depending on that person for you to feel emotionally happy or fulfilled, that your needs are being met. And at the end of the day, you have zero independence because you keep on relying on people. And the problem with this is you will never find people that will completely fulfill everything that you expect of them. And you're going to end up sitting in a place of let's call it self-pity. You end up feeling sorry for yourself because no one is ever there for you, loving you, supporting you in the way that you want to be supported. And that's a very, very dark place to be.
Yeah, and also you need to learn to stand on your own 2 feet, and you need to learn to have self-love. And when we don't have self-love, we often attach ourselves to someone else loving you. So if they don't love you the way you need to be loved, then you feel unloved. But it's an indication of a lack of self-love as well. So it's important to develop your own self-love. So I see a lot of partnerships where one partner will need to travel overseas for work, and the other partner will have a lot of anxiety and worry and all of that because they're not okay with being alone and being in their own space. They need that person to be there. So it's almost like a crutch or a comfort, you know. And then the worst or the end of this is if you are separated from that person in a breakup or in a passing, for example, that person now leaves your life and you're completely empty and your whole life is distraught because you have nothing without that person. And the saying goes where they say that person completes me is actually not so healthy. I always say it's good to have someone in your life who complements who you already are, you know. But we tend to change ourselves to fit that person and want that person to change to fit us, and that's not how it is. So the meaning behind this is to accept someone for who they are. And I'm not encouraging abuse and things like that, but to accept them for who they are and allow them to be their authentic selves. And also bringing the unconditional love, not that you need to be a certain way for me to be loved or me to love you.
Yeah, so that type of love we call a lower love, which sits in the sacral chakra, which is a very emotionally loaded love, and up and down, and attached and dependent, and all those things, and very full of passion and desire, and an inability to resist almost. So you become almost addicted to that person's energy.
Yeah.
That is a lower love. And once you love with your heart, once you start loving with your heart, an unconditional love, you will love someone for who they are. Doesn't matter where they are, what they decide to do, what actions they take. You will still love that person for the soul. And also a very important thing to remember is people battle to be alone. But this is where the attachment comes in, because they constantly need a partner or a friend or a mother or whoever to make them feel like they are loved and accepted and appreciated and all those things. But let me tell you, if you spend some time with yourself alone, you start discovering your own inner light, and you start loving yourself, you won't need these attachments in your life.
Yeah, it's not a needy thing, you know. It's not needing somebody else. It's just a complementary thing. So when they come into your world, it adds on to the love that you have, but without them, you still have self-love, you still enjoy your own company, you're still able to live, go out and do things. You don't always need them to go to the shop, need them to go to a bar, need them to go out and do things. You can still live your independence out, but when they come along, it's a nice add-on, but it's not a need. And that is where attachment sits. Very similar to codependency in a way, or dependency in a way. So try and see,
The fact is here, you get hurt. With attached love, you will always get hurt. You will forever get hurt by people. So stop being so attached. Work on your independence. Discover your own light and work on your self-love, and you will change your life permanently.
Okay, so I think that's that from us. We hope it helps you a little bit. Try and have a look in your life and see where these things are present and try and work on them. It will help you greatly in your future relationships.
Okay, until next time.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.